Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everyone. It is officially 2026. Are you feeling it? Let's go. It is going to be an awesome year. I feel right out of the gate that this is going to be a year where we are going to face giants with courage and we're going to scale some mountains. I think this is going to be a really big year this year for Canada. And I was going to do a pre-recorded video. I was going to edit it all nicely with captions, that type of stuff, but I ran out of time. We're going to church in 45 minutes. So I just thought I would hop on here live to do a stream because there are some things that you are going to want to have on your radar for this month, for January. January is going to be a historic month, I believe, for Canada. And I'll jump into that, why I think that in a minute. And then secondly, there's going to be some things that you're going to want to get in your calendar right out of the gate to make sure that you don't accidentally schedule something else at the same time. So wherever you are, like this, share this, and let's just get the word out because it is going to be a massive year in Canada. And I got my Let's Make It Count hat. Our team put these together for an event we had in November, and I love them. They're a little bit small for my head, but it's, maybe I just need a smaller head. Nobody make a joke about that, okay? So anyway, let me know where you're from, and let me know your name, and let me know what you're believing for 2026. Maybe just put that in the comments, and that really helps us out when you interact with us, when you like it, better yet, when you love these videos, or when you comment in the chats. It just basically signals to the internet world like, hey, this is good content, and let's put it in our friends' feed. So it helps us out a lot. So okay, so I'm going to add something to the stage right now because this is going to be your one-stop spot. I'm talking about, I think I got about 5 things, maybe 4, probably 5 things that you're going to want to have on your radar for 2026. Okay, so this is our website, formycanada.com. This is our political action movement right here in Canada. First thing I want to get on your radar right out of the gate. Hey, by the way, high five to everybody who started the year with that fast. Many of us did a 3-day fast. I'm feeling a little bit skinnier right now personally, but a lot clearer in my spirit. I love fasting. It just flushes out the plumbing spiritually, physically. It's awesome. But just high five to everybody who did that, started the year in that fast. You guys are awesome. And we've got some other things right around the corner. So not next week, but the week after, January the 14th. This is going to be a big week. This week, the week of January 14th is going to be a big week for Canada. So on January the 14th, we are hosting this event right here. For those of you that love Canada and you're like, this is the year that I just want to do a little bit more right at the ground level. I want to get involved. I don't just want to be a consumer. I don't just want to be somebody that, watches content online and doom scrolls and just gets mad about it. But I actually want to get some skin in the game. I want to be a nation shaper. This is your webinar. It's free. And we are going to have the amazing Doug Sharp and Pastor Craig Barroca are going to be talking about how to launch a citizen action group in your community or in your church. And so this is a small group that you can bring together, just like you'd bring any other kind of group together, a mom's group, a street ministry group, a youth group, to be actively and intentionally engaged in the things that matter for your community, for your province, and for your nation. It's going to be awesome. Second thing, confirmed, MP Andrew Lawton, who has been the leading voice speaking out against, yes, that bad bill that had a bad amendment in November, C9, the hate speech legislation. I'm going to be talking more about that in just a minute here. And he's going to be joining us live on that call on the 14th to give an update as of that point. A lot could happen in the next 10 days about what we can be doing practically to make sure that our sincerely held faith beliefs in Canada, whether you're a Christian, a Jewish person, a Muslim, or you just have some other kind of sincerely held faith belief, if you want to not be criminalized and possibly thrown in jail for a couple years for your sincerely held religious beliefs, then this is the month that you're going to want to pay attention, right? So Andrew's going to be giving us an update there. So just swing by formycanada.com to register for that webinar. And MP Rachel Thomas, I believe, is also going to be with us talking about the National Leadership Breakfast and the Young Christian Leaders Summit. If you are young or you know somebody who's young and you have a heart for Canada, I want to encourage you to check that out. It's going to be in March. So I'm going to scroll down here to the next one. So the National Prayer Breakfast, it did not happen last year because of because of the election. That's why it didn't happen, because of the election. So it was postponed. But the 60th National Prayer Breakfast, this is a time where leaders from all across Canada come to Ottawa for some good food, some fellowship, and to hear an inspirational speaker and to pray for our nation. It's about a 2-hour morning meeting. There's a leadership dinner the night before. We have got 6 tables reserved. And so I want to encourage you to pray about coming to this. The Christian Leaders Summit is going to be happening right at the same time. So check it out. Encourage your young people to come. But if you are coming, or maybe you're just now thinking like, hey, maybe I should come, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to come, then you want to consider getting your tickets through our website here, because then you can sit at our table. If you go to the National Prayer Breakfast website, you'll also be able to get a ticket, but you're not going to be at our table, and you'll probably be way further back because we got these tickets super early. We were some of the first ones to get tickets. And so we've got some seats that are a lot closer to the front. So I think we've got about 50 seats left. And so if you are planning on coming, please consider getting your tickets through our website so that we can all sit together and hang out and get to know each other better. So this is the big one though, right here. I want you to star this. I want you to asterisk this. I want you to highlight this, because this is going to be, I believe, a moment that will really matter for our nation. I already mentioned C9, the hate speech legislation. Some folks, number one, I just want to say this. Thank you so much to those of you who made those phone calls in November. It did make a difference. It is very possible, probable, I would say it is the reason, that's my personal opinion, that this bill is not already back on the floor of the House of Commons for third reading vote. But because of all those phone calls, because of different organizations that did a muscle flex and said, hey, this is not a good idea, criminalizing sincerely held faith beliefs for anyone is not a good idea. Because of that, the Justice Committee did not ram it through. They actually did pause for the Christmas break, but they're coming back. They're coming back. And I believe they are coming back. They are coming back on January the 26th. I don't know if the committee is going to meet that day, but that is the day that Parliament comes back. So this is the deal. This is the window. 12 days of freedom, 12 days for freedom. We are launching through For My Canada a massive phone calling campaign in the 12 days, right in the lead up to when our elected officials come back, because that's when they need to hear from us. That's when they need to know that we didn't forget, that we didn't all get, turkey coma and just like forget about our sincerely held religious beliefs and how much we treasure them and how much we want our own children to have freedom of faith in Canada in the generations to come. So this is when they need to hear from us. So what I want you to do is I want you to swing by our website. And this is what we're asking folks to do. It's a very small commitment for freedom, but I believe it will have a very big impact. We are asking every single one of us who's watching this right now, and your friends and your grandma and your auntie and anybody who cares about this issue. So please like and share this with them. We are asking people to register your participation, that you are committing over those 12 days to do a very simple thing. And that's just making only five. You can do more if you want to. That would be awesome. But make only 5 phone calls a day for 12 days. We're going to give you the list. We're going to give you the people to call. And this will take you for most of these calls, you're just going to be leaving a message, which is powerful. Every time you take a powerful action like this, it will make a difference. But if just 250 of us did this for 12 days, just 5 phone calls a day, you guys, that would be 15,000 phone calls. Do you think that would make an impact? I'm here to tell you that would make an impact. Let's make it count. Sign up. If we only have 250 of us that respond to this, I believe there's no reason that we shouldn't have 1,000 or 2,000 of us that can do this. It will take you an average of 10 to 15 minutes a day, committing to 5 phone calls. We're going to give you a script. We're going to make it so easy for you, and we're going to have fun. And I'm even going to do my calls live, maybe all of those days, just to kind of, I don't know, let's make it fun. Maybe we'll have some sort of a contest. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But go to formycanada.com and register to be a part of the 12 days for freedom. Share this with your friends, share this with your networks. Let's just everybody sign up for this. It's a super easy thing that we can do that will have a major impact. And I do not see how if we make thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of phone calls in this window, I don't see how this won't make a difference. So let's do it. Let's make it count. Okay, so there's that. And next one. What is next? Want to also mention this. You got to mark the date for this as well. The National Day of Prayer. So this is in July. The National Prayer Breakfast is very distinct and different. It's being run by Richard Bragdon's office and the amazing Rachel Thomas, who's doing the Christian Leaders Summit as well. And but in addition to that, a stone's throw from that, a few months after that, in the summer, accessible for families, is going to be the National Day of Prayer weekend. This is the second annual National Day of Prayer. We had the first one last year. And, we are believing that this is going to be an event that's going to continue for 50, 75, 100 years, should the Lord tarry. This is something that we're doing for our kids and grandkids to pass on to them. It is a solemn assembly weekend in the spirit of 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, if we do nothing else, hey, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sins and I will heal their land. So we got to back it up with prayer, guys. We got to do it. It matters when we come together. It matters when we come to our nation's capital. This one is going to be, it's going to be a bit of a longer program than the National Prayer Breakfast. And it's going to be awesome. We may have a gala event as well. We're talking about, we might have a gala event the night before. The March for Jesus in Ottawa is going to be the same weekend. It's going to be epic. We are working on a massive outdoor worship event as within view of Parliament as well. And you're just going to want to be there. So plan to bring your family, plan to bring your kids, particularly if you have preteens, youth, next generation. We want our young people, our teenagers, and our youth and our young adults to catch a heart and a passion for prayer in Canada, and to see those of us in the older generation. That's me now. I'm officially in that 50 decade. Okay, turned 51 last year. And so we want to pass this on to our kids and grandkids. So bring them along. Just mark the date and just stay tuned for more on that. Okay. And what else do I got to talk to you about? I think those are the big things. Okay. Those are the big things. Do you want to mention this? I put on my book, If Not Now, Then When, which has been, I'm so excited about this. It's been a bestseller in Amazon. I actually found out that, let's just be real here. You don't actually have to sell a lot of books on Amazon to be a bestseller. I think we sold like a couple hundred, but hey, we're still a bestseller. So we can put that little star on it on Amazon in, I think it was 2 categories: political commentary, that sort of stuff. But we sold a bunch more through our website, which I'm so grateful for, because this book is all about us getting involved together. If not now, then when. Why this moment matters for Canada and what we can do about it. I want to encourage you, if you haven't yet picked this up, pick it up and pick some up for your friends, and maybe consider making this a book study, with you and some friends to talk about, if all of us just do a little bit more, I believe that within 5 to 7 years, we will have a significantly different reality here in our nation. It's going to be a big year for Canada. Obviously, we've got the hate speech legislation, possibly 2 separation votes this year, Alberta, possibly Quebec, got some big elections that are happening. Some significant things are going to be happening in the province that I now live in Alberta, and New Brunswick has their municipals coming up. This is a time to have our finger right here on the pulse. Let's not miss it. If not now, then when? So there it is, guys. Hope to see you on the 14th, Wednesday the 14th at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time for the webinar. You will be off camera on that. So, we'll be together, but, I won't get to see you. But I would love to see you here at the National Prayer Breakfast, March 23rd and 24th. If you're planning on coming, make sure that you get your tickets through us so that we can all sit together near the front. Register for the 12 Days of Freedom. I'm going to be talking more about this. I'm probably going to do a standalone video just about this one so that you can easily share it with your friends and networks. This one matters. If you do nothing else, also forgot to mention, I'm not allowed to say who it was yet, but I got a phone call from a member of Parliament a couple days ago there is a member of parliament, probably a couple, that are calling for a national day of prayer on January the 20th for C9. And so we're going to be hosting an online prayer gathering, praying for religious freedom in Canada, in addition to like taking that time, 5 phone calls a day. So stay tuned for that as well. Just get on our email list. Just go to formycanada.com, get on the email list. It's all right there. And then you won't miss anything at all. But just want to say this. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching on a Sunday night, 15 minutes. Wow. Thank you for loving Canada. Thank you for being one of those that has an understanding that those who've been given a trust must be found faithful. And one of the things that, when I first started in this whole thing 20, 30 years ago, it was all about just, doing things that matter, leaving the nation better than I found it, making sure that when I stand before the Lord on that day, that I know that I did everything that, that was burning in my heart, for his glory, and that I left this nation better than I found it. But, since I've had kids, and I know a lot of you watching this will be probably grandparents and parents, and I look at how far our nation has slid. I believe the 4th biggest killer in Canada right now is medical assistance in dying. I remember when medical assistance in dying wasn't even legal, and now people are being offered it, because they can't get doctors, because they can't get life-saving surgeries, because they can't find suitable housing. And over 70,000 Canadians have died by medical assistance in dying. The number 4 killer in Canada is state-funded suicide and state administrated suicide, and that's not even considering the issue of abortion. Those of us that believe that the unborn are people, are persons, are the voiceless humans, voiceless Canadians in our midst, that would put, if you add abortion into that, then it would put as medical assistance in dying as the 5th biggest killer. So, when I look at that's just one thing, but, I look at our federal debt, I think we're at 1.4 trillion now, a nation in crisis when it comes to national unity, all the things, right? We can say all the things, I think about my kids, and I think about the responsibility we have to lay it all on the field. And I want to be able to look my son and daughter in the eyes at the end of my days and say, honey, I was one of the ones that wasn't just in the stands, that wasn't just commentating from the news commentator booth, though we love commentators and I am one, but that I was one that was on the field, that when the plays were being made, I was the one that was booking it down, saying right here, I'm open. So let's be on the field. Let's make it count. If not now, then when? Come on, guys. We got all the swag here. Let's do this. And I want to say this. I've got hope in my heart. Even with some of the heavy stuff that I just said there, I've still got hope in my heart that when amazing people like you, and when we all get together, when amazing people like you show up, get engaged, and when we all get together and move powerfully and strategically, we really can make a difference. We saw it last fall with the charitable status issue when we all raised our voices. It truly did make a difference. We saw it with C9. We saw it with the last federal election. And we will see it again if we continue to get up out of the stands and get onto the field and say, here I am, wide open. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. Okay. So if you agree with me, type that in the chat. Put me in, coach. Okay. My husband's a coach. Put me in, coach. And on that, I'm going to get going here because I got to go get my boots on and get my babies in the car to get to church, which is an awesome place to be. Find a good church. If you're not in a good church, find one, and your life will be better at the end of 2026 if you get rooted in an amazing on fire community that just loves people and loves God. And let's do this thing together. Love y'all. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you again soon. God bless.